Alright. I'm set up. I am good to go. Yeah. Make sure everything's working. Make sure... Actually, let me check this real quick. Okay, good. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. We're... Make sure here. Hold on. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Now, I know I said yesterday, well, last night, I was thinking about doing an afternoon stream. It's just that, I had to do a bunch of things, so that's why I'm starting a bit later. At least it's not late night, like I typically stream at. Well, it's pretty much an hour before, but, whatever. You know, today, I was just thinking to myself, using a DSLR as a webcam. Now, I had used it before. Ooh, excuse me. I used it before, and the thing was just stuttering like crazy. And so, I'm willing to give it another shot. I'm willing to give it another try. It's just that, from what I've read, the lighting has to be good. Now, the only source of lighting I have is my lamp right here. But you know what? It's looking at the footage of myself, it's actually pretty well lit. I have to say, it's well lit. It's not one of those typical streamer lighting where it's like you got the ring light there, and you got light grids there, and it's you got RGB lights everywhere. Like, Jesus Christ, calm down, will ya? Calm down. Actually, you know what? Let me take a look. Let me try this real quick. Oh, wow. That's really lit. It's so lit. Actually, let me take a look at this. Yeah. The camera, still moving the camera quality, still the same. At least it's well lit. It's well lit. So what I used is a one of those lamps with the clamp on from that you typically buy at a Home Depot. Yeah, you can buy those at Home Depot, Lowe's, and they're pretty cheap and they're pretty useful, especially for streaming. I like them. You can set them up wherever. And yeah. All right. So, last time, I noticed, my last stream, it might have been, the game audio might have been a bit too loud. So hopefully, I mean, with some minor adjustments, I bumped it down a little bit. Hopefully, it sounds okay. Hopefully, and yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. All right. Yesterday, the plot so far. The plot so far. Well, I guess I could reiterate just in case. Just in case. So in this game, you're playing as this person named Evelyn, and she used to work for a company as an engineer called Skanda, where they launched this AI called Eliza, the name of the game. And what Eliza does, it's a therapeutic AI where it would listen to the patient's concerns, their complaints, and generate prompts, responses based on what the client says. And so, what Evelyn's role is in this is that she's playing as a human proxy, which is they basically speak out the prompts, and they're not allowed to deviate from the what's called the script. They're not allowed to deviate from what the AI is presenting out there. So yeah, yeah. But it turns out she worked for Skanda before, but she was the head engineer that developed Eliza, which is interesting. And not only that, uh, you got I want to say two people of influence are competing for her attention, competing for her expertise. A psychiatrist guy, dang, forgot his name. He used to work for Skanda too, but he left to try and go his own way, his own venture. And the other guy, the CEO of Skanda, who is a bit of a, I'm going to say, a bit of a pretentious prick. I'll compare these two. The CEO, Rayner, bit of a pretentious prick, has no concern whatsoever. All he cares about is, well, the big numbers. The big numbers, or the bottom line, whatever. And so, yeah, yeah, prick. And the other guy, he is well-meaning and good, although he's also kind of a bit pretentious. But he's trying to be well-meaning and good and stuff, but it might be one of those cases where he's biting off more than he could chew, since he's doing this thing on his own with his own capital. So it's a 50-50 chance if this venture succeeds or fails. And yeah. And also, I want to say, I'm hoping that there's a third option where we met with our friend Nora, where she's like a DJ. Yeah, synthesizer DJ. Well, yeah, they use synthesizers. I hope there's an option to become that. I hope so. I hope there's an option that we could become her partner. Oh, one could dream. One could dream. All right, let's play, shall we? And where we left off is our next client. Now, I have to ask, um, this since well, Skanda, they hire human proxies. So does that mean they can hire anybody as long as they repeat what's what the proxies or the AI's response is? I mean, they're playing. You got the human proxy, and they have to regurgitate what the AI is given them to the patient. So can it be anybody? I guess so. I guess it could be anybody without any background in psychology or whatever. All right. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah, hello.
How are you today?
How are you today?
Let's just get this over with.
Oh, well, look at this. This is a guy who's in a hurry to do other things. Okay, what brings you here today?
Okay. What brings you here today?
Human resources.
Human resources? Yeah, you gotta hate them. Gotta hate them.
The HR department brings me here today.
Oh, damn. Damn. Let me guess. He's got anger management issues. I can already tell. Why do you say the HR department brings you here today?
Why do you say the HR department brings you here today?
Because they're making me do this.
Yep.
Because apparently I have anger management issues.
Didn't I call it? Man, it's like I could tell. I could predict what these things are. I can sense you're upset about this. Please tell me more.
I sense that you're upset about this. Please tell me more.
I'll tell you more. This is ridiculous. I was here before any of them.
Any of them?
I was here since the beginning, okay?
Oh, you mean his workplace? Okay.
I mean, look at my badge. Skanda.
Oh, he works at
employee number
Skanda.
617. That's a 3-digit number. I've been here for more than 25 years.
Okay. Wait, if that... 25 years. If that's the case, shouldn't he recognize Evelyn? Oh wait, I just realized something. The clients never really comment on Evelyn's appearance. Because, well, she's wearing a headset, but I assume the headset is like just a headset. Is she wearing like a mask also? I have to wonder. Is she there in the room with them, with the client right now, or is it like she's in a separate room and the client is talking to a camera? That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to know.
Yeah, that was back when what you communicated was more important than your specific communication style.
Yep, back in my day, we communicated this way instead of the way you communicate now. Okay, buddy, okay. No need to sound like a boomer.
Before hurting a kid's feelings became a bigger no-no than running a viable business.
I'm pretty sure those two things are different, but okay.
Back then, we had a single office building. Just one.
Back in my day, we worked in a single office building. It may have been one, but it's the best damn office building we had. But now, you dang youngsters, you dang generations, have multitude of office buildings. It's never enough. No, you're just so ungrateful.
At that size, you fail
No,
a product launch, there's no more company.
Well, yeah, he does have a point. I'll say he does have a point. Oh, snap. Is this in reference to that psychiatry dude who wants to launch his product? Which is, his product involves augmented reality and the use of brain stimulations, electrical impulses, to get specific, scientifically accurate. Yeah. So, yeah, one product, no more company. Yeah.
We all had to put in 150, 200, 300% to keep our shit together. We were in the trenches, man. Bullets whizzing by overhead, artillery exploding everywhere, no fucking air support.
Yeah, man. I mean, staring at the computer, crunching the numbers. It's like being in the trenches, man. It's like being in Ukraine, man, with drones flying over. No. Okay, this game came out in 2019. This was before the Russian invasion of Ukraine. So, yeah, I would say if it came out later, that would be quite the analogy.
Did it suck? Yeah, it did. But you know what? We shipped some great fucking products.
Okay, okay.
We built this company into what it is today. And invented technology the whole world uses now. Governments, multinationals, everyone. But now we're big and slow, complacent, resting on our laurels while our competitors run circles around us.
So I guess this is a case where the company grown too big for its own good, and they got complacent. And we're like, yeah. I don't need to worry about the other competition. No need to worry.
If our new hires don't understand the urgency of that, I need to make them understand, okay? We're history unless we get that drive back.
Why do you need to make them understand?
Why do you need to make them understand?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but young people are really pissy and entitled these days.
This really is back in my day.
We recruit from top 20 computer science programs. These kids have been wined and dined all through their higher education. Every one of our competitors wants to hire them, so they get used to that. Now they all want to know what Skanda can do for them, not the other way around.
Holy shit.
Why would we want these conceited, over-celebrated whelps on our team? I'll never understand the logic there. Now, Mark, you have to be nice to the new hires or they won't like it here.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think this part in the game is calling out the other generations, calling out millennials and Gen Z. Oh my god. But of course, Gen X, they get a pass. This guy is he looks like he's Gen Xer. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, so what, I'm just supposed to pretend everyone's work is great, even if it's a pile of stinking garbage? I'm sorry, but if I see shit, I'm gonna say that is shit. Tiptoeing around everyone's feelings all the time. That's how you end up with shitty products. That's how this company winds up dead, okay? We're fighting for our lives every day here. We can't take anything for granted. Someone needs to tell them that this isn't summer camp. This isn't fucking Coachella.
How dare you? Coachella. You see, going to Coachella, it's about the emotions we feel. It's about how we feel. Don't you understand? It's not just going there to listen to the music. It's about being a part of something so you could brag about it later on in life. Tell you, yeah, I went to Coachella. I went there. Ha 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 ha. Okay, that's good. So is that it? What do you mean that's it? Well, yeah, that's about it. Spent thousands of dollars for for something. At least you get to listen to the music, but you're better off just live streaming it.
Either you do the work and provide something of value to this company, or you get the hell out of here. Those are my rules.
Here's a question mark. If you're able to have something you wanted right now, what would you choose? Let me guess. He says, fire all of them. Fire all of them. Fire all the current employees.
If you were able to have something you wanted right now, what would you choose?
I would choose to not waste my time here and get back to work.
Oh, surprised he didn't say that. What I mentioned.
Believe it or not, I have important things to do. You know, things that dramatically affect this company's bottom line. Instead, I'm stuck here talking to this dipshit chatbot. Honestly, I don't even know why this division exists. I mean, what's the end game here?
Wait, you have to ask? You don't know what this does? I mean, he's worked here for a little over 2 decades. You should know what this is. Like, it's a pretty big deal. You know, I guess he's, since he's so stuck in his work, he doesn't pay attention to the news or articles, whatever. But, I guess I don't somewhat blame him, since, you know, he's, again, stuck in his work, trying to get things done.
This company's lost its mind, you know that? We used to be unstoppable, man. We used to build real software. Ironclad software.
Yeah, ironclad, like Windows XP. Windows XP was the shit. It was. It was one of the best softwares we've ever created, that customers have ever used. Actually, you know what? I was thinking about that. What would happen if I were to, let's say, buy a used computer and try to maybe get an old software reinstalled on it, like Windows XP? Actually, it might be a possibility. It might be. I think I've heard stories of that.
Swift mail. All your corporate communications, put it all in there. It's fast, it's robust.
Oh,
it
someone's
works.
calling me.
Boom.
Let me take this. I'll be right back. Damn. Okay. Okay.
Info Vault. Index and search all your records. Any information you want. Easy. Done.
Done.
But this fucking psychotherapy app thing. What's the fucking point? What does it actually do for anybody?
Oh my god. Is he... Wait. Is he in a way kind of like the audience? Is the audience speaking through him? Because that's in a way, I imagine how they would react to this Eliza app for the first time. It's like these responses are a little bit limited. As I mentioned before, the only two solutions Eliza seems to present is stress exercise, breathing exercises, and prescribed drugs. The prescribed drugs always. So maybe this guy has a point. Maybe he's saying what Evelyn is thinking. Yeah, because Evelyn seems to have some concerns with this, even though it is her creation. But I think that later on in the game, I guarantee you, she's gonna have maybe different ideas on how the app should be run than it currently is, and it might clash with the CEO, her ideals. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
I've heard through the grapevine that results are inconclusive so far. You know what they call a remedy that maybe doesn't work? Snake oil. Believe me, if I was the group program manager here, I would have killed it years ago.
Well, goddamn.
Pointless. I mean, I have no fucking idea why it survived.
You know, I wonder if it's mentioned that employees could drop in and listen to these sessions. Employees of a certain rank. So there might be a chance where somebody is might be listening, and they might show this to higher management, and he gets fired. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I would not be surprised.
Well, yeah, maybe I do. I heard a rumor that Rayner liked this chick on the team.
Uh-oh. Who?
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the level of decision-making we've sunk to here. But Mark, we're so successful. We dominate the market. Yeah, we do. And that's exactly why we should be worried. Just when you think you've won and you start to relax, that's when the wolves come and tear you limb from limb. You can make me take these fucking anger management classes, but that's not going to save this company. Costs are up, revenue is flat. Our cloud business is losing competitiveness. We're being outwitted, outplayed on every level, man. And we're just letting them do it to us.
It's game over, man. It's game over. Game over.
We're too busy wasting time on shit like how I wasn't nice enough to the new hires.
Why do you think the new hires felt this way about you?
Why do you think the new hires felt this way about you?
What? Why do they feel that way? Look, they get heated. That's the way it is. You think the Allies had time to make sure every soldier's feelings weren't hurt before they stormed the beaches at Normandy? And shit, don't tell me that this is not a war, because that's exactly what this is.
I mean, if you want to put it that way, technically, yeah. It's well, I would call it a competition. Corporate competition. I guess it's kind of like war, but yeah, kind of. Well, let's not go there all the way.
My responsibility is to make sure we get great products out the door, on spec, on time. And I happen to be very good at that. But if you want to start interfering with my ability to do my job, then we're going to have a problem, okay?
What do you think would make things better for you?
What do you think would make things better for
Okay,
you?
this is the part where he's going to say, fire them. Fire all these employees.
I mean,
Watch.
You know what? Nothing.
Oh, come on, dude. You know you want to say it. You know
I'm
you
probably
want to
going to
say
hang it up pretty soon anyway. Go ahead, record that with all your cameras and shit. I don't care anymore. Wouldn't be surprised if Rayner's watching me right now.
Yeah, I did mention before, early on, how employees could drop in and listen to these sessions. Would not be surprised.
Rayner, you son of a bitch. You owe me a lot. Me, guys like me, we built this company while you sat up there in your star chamber, drinking tea and lording it over us.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't remember that blank look you gave me at the holiday party. Like, who is this guy? Does he even matter? What does he do? Too busy appreciating ancient pottery to remember one of your oldest and most loyal battalion commanders?
Why battalion commanders? Why not brigade commanders? Wait, you know what? That small office you mentioned probably had like, what, 5, 8 people at most, so little over a squad, maybe barely a platoon. So at most, you're most likely a platoon leader. That's usually second or first lieutenant. So, yeah.
One of the humble, everyday guys who made you a fucking billionaire. What a waste of time. So, are we going to wrap this up?
Mark, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Lakeside Fishing.
Mark, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Lakeside Fishing.
I'm gonna predict that at first he's gonna go like, what? Oh, fine, I'll try it out, and then he's gonna go like, huh? You know what? It's actually not that bad. Yeah, this is really relaxing. I think I'll take an actual fishing trip. Yeah, this is very good. It may help take your mind off of things. Oh God, I'll be right back. All right.
It may help you take your mind off things.
What are you kidding? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta get back to work.
It's the same thing. God, it's like, I don't know. It's like Groundhog's Day of sorts with these responses.
You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Someone around here at some point needs to do some fucking work.
Yeah, every 15 minutes each morning or
Try
evening.
it for about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening. We hope to see you back soon, Mark.
You really think this piece of shit's gonna be the next big thing, huh?
I mean, kind of is.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
Goodbye.
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 Okay, goodbye. Fuck me.
I like how Evelyn said that. Goodbye. What? 2 stars. No rating, no tip. Dang. Well, that was pretty interesting. He's one of the earlier Skanda employees. Like, I get where he's getting at. He feels that the company itself is just moving too slow, moving too inefficient. These employees, they don't know what they're doing. Yeah. So I guess in a way you could kind of understand where he's coming from. But maybe we could change that. Maybe. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised. Skanda Old Guard. Attitudes might be changing, but the history's there. Sometimes the past is hard to escape. Oh. Is that talking about yourself? Well, yeah, probably. I didn't recognize his face or name, though. He must be part of a different division than the one I was in. Glad I never had to work with him. Oh, oh. Whoever decorated this room must have picked a soft light with the idea it would help the clients feel calm. I'm not sure it's working. Maybe some elevator music might help soothe things over. Oh, snap. What the F? What the F? Alright. Time for my next client already. Please let it be the next one. I mean, the first one. Yeah, let it be the first client. I want to see his reaction after all this. And he's going like, nothing happened. Nothing's working. It didn't work. These exercises, the drugs, it didn't work. Welcome to Eliza. What the? Hariman. Okay.
Hello, Harmon.
You found the place okay?
You found the place okay?
Yeah, no trouble at all.
Okay, this guy reeks of arrogance. Probably. He's like, yeah, yeah. It's been nice since the fog cleared this morning, hasn't it?
It's been nice since the fog cleared this morning, hasn't it?
Sure. We can dispense with the chit-chat. I'm ready to begin.
Okay.
Okay.
What brings you here today?
What brings you here today?
First, let me note that I'm a graduate student at the University of Washington.
Oh, God, he's going to be one of those. I am a graduate at the University of this state. Yes, I have many accommodations, many credentials. You see, that makes me a very smart individual. Yes, so please don't insult my intelligence.
I'm a PhD candidate in literature, English literature.
Yep, already listing off his achievements.
The crux of the matter I've come here to discuss is that I've been having something of a difficult time with one of the other students currently in the program.
Oh, why is that?
Before I get to the specifics, let me just first establish something that might be relevant.
Okay.
One thing I know about myself is that I've always had a certain fear of being left out.
Oh, I see. Let me guess. He's one of those types to butt in. Say for example, you know you know how the Twitter argument of I like pancakes, and then this guy would come in and say, "Oh, you like pancakes? Oh, what's wrong with waffles? What's wrong with raw waffles? Do you hate waffles? Do you hate waffles?" Yeah, he's probably one of those types.
It's a very general feeling, and one that's difficult to ascribe to any specific cause in my childhood or my parents, etc.
Yeah. Just
Whatever
get to the
case,
point.
It might be beneficial to the remedial process to figure out where this feeling originated from. Perhaps you might explore that in this or a future counseling session.
Sure, whatever. Sure, I'm prepared to listen to any topic you'd like to discuss.
Sure. I'm prepared to listen to any topic you'd like to discuss.
It's not even that I've been left out, exactly. If I try to think back in my life, I know that I've been afforded a certain share of privilege. But I'm still afflicted with this bothersome notion that I've missed out on friendships, relationships, other opportunities.
Well, have you tried being less pretentious? That might help.
This is all just a bit of a background to help you understand my current situation with regard to another student in my program.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're following all this. I realize now I have no idea how much intelligence you actually possess as a computerized system.
Oh, you're calling me stupid? You're calling me stupid? You're calling Eliza stupid? You better watch out, buddy. You don't want Eliza to go all Skynet on you. Would we now? Would we? I'm following you. Please continue.
I'm following you. Please continue.
Perfect. So, her name is Sylvia.
Oh my God, he's trying to hit on. I'm calling it. He's trying to hit on her. He's trying to really hit on her. He has this pretentious attitude of, well, you see, I'm a fairly intelligent guy. I have many achievements. at this university. But well, you see, the one thing I seem to lack in my psyche is the fact that I can't raise up any girls whatsoever. That's pretty much his situation. Dude, this is a counseling session. This is a psychiatry session, not a dating, not a pickup artist place. Okay, look, if you want pickup advice, go I don't know, listen to Andrew Tate or something.
And her writing is incredible. Everything she writes, it's brilliant. She's perceptive, insightful, mordantly funny.
Something tells me he's patronizing her in a way, trying to go like, oh yes, always agreeing with her on everything. Oh yes, this is great, this is wonderful, yes, can you please go out with me?
Just some of the best writing I've read from anyone at all. And she's a grad student like me in the same program.
Whoop-de-doo.
Though we have different advices, so it's not so simple to find the pretext to start a casual conversation. She's also quite attractive on a physical level, so that adds another dimension of complexity to the proceedings.
Dude, you ain't got no game. You got no game. You might as well give up. Just quit. Before you embarrass yourself. No, you know what? I guarantee you, as we're speaking, she's probably seen another person. Another dude who is of confidence. Not afraid to put himself out there. Meanwhile, you're stuck in here just talking to a chat bot, basically. What a shame.
Then there's her friend group, which is very well established. She's with them every day, smiling, laughing. So that further complicates things, since I'm not sure how to approach the group and steer things so that I can engage in a direct conversation with her.
Again, have you tried not being a pretentious jerk? That might help.
I wish I had the bullheaded confidence it would take to simply approach her, but you see, I don't.
Well, at least he's honest.
Listen to me talk. I feel like a schoolboy with my heart aflutter.
You are. You currently are. No, I guarantee you, even a schoolboy would have more confidence in you, buddy.
I didn't think this kind of thing lasted into one's adulthood, but I suppose I know now that it does.
It sounds like you might be anxious about this.
It sounds like you might be anxious about this.
Drug prescription time. Time to prescribe him some drugs and get that anxiety under control.
Is it a matter of anxiety? I don't know what I can do, other than muster up the courage somehow.
Yeah, the worst she could say is no.
I just need to
Probably.
tell her very simply that I admire her.
That's it. Not. You want to go out on a date? You want to go out sometimes? Hey, can I get your phone number? I admire you and your work. I guarantee you, he's just sweating bullets, just stuttering to say that, struggling to say that.
She's such a good writer. Well, I don't expect you to understand it, of course, but well, she is. She really is.
Oh, you don't expect it? You know what? Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Up yours. You know, I want a second option to tell him off. All right, okay, Harriman. I want you to imagine things going well. What does it look like? Things are not going to go well for
Harriman,
him.
I want you to imagine things going well. What does that look like?
Nothing.
Ideally, we'd start talking, have a
Nope.
wonderful conversation, spend
Opposite.
more and more time together, support each other's work, fall in love, have a lot of sex, spend the rest of our lives in the warmth of each other's genius.
Oh my god, have a lot of sex. Oh, you wish. You wish, buddy. I could see the opposite of all this happening. All this.
I realize that may be something of a fanciful notion at this stage.
Yeah, it's called living in a delusional fantasy at this stage.
Really, the most I can hope for is to be able to meet her in an open social setting, a party or something.
No, imagine. He's trying to approach her, and then her friend goes like, She's not interested. Go away.
You'll likely ask me why I simply couldn't create such a situation, contrive one. But that seems a little too aggressive for me, and also, I'm also concerned about what you might think of me as a person.
You know what? You know what? I think she could care less. She probably doesn't even know your name. You're just some guy commenting on her work, and she goes like, "Oh, thank you. Who are you?" Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
She might immediately categorize me as a friend, and while I'm sufficiently with the times to know I would have to accept that, I can't say that I wouldn't be disappointed with such an outcome. Is the risk of rejection enough to stop me from giving it a try? This is what confounds me at the present time.
Okay, this is a guy who's using big words like, the situation confounds me, and it adds to the complexity of the situation. Not that you would understand, but my intelligence far beyond surpasses the understanding of the other students at this university. Way to blow smoke up your own ass. Why do you believe you're worried about being categorized as a friend? Oh, you got placed in the danger zone? No. The friend zone. The friend zone.
Why do you believe you are worried about being categorized as a friend?
Well, because
Because
it's not what I want.
it's not what I want. It's not what you want, really. But is that what she wants? Have you considered that?
Because it feeds into this image I have of myself as something of an undesirable fellow.
Well, maybe it's because you are.
I've always been a bit of a non-entity as far as sexual magnetism goes.
You're a non-entity. You're a non-entity. You're non-existent. You never had game. You never had your car.
I'm not saying I deserve or even want to be some kind of Casanova, but most people would like to feel at least somewhat attractive, right? They can be desired, that they're worth desiring. Well, I very much doubt you would take any of this to heart. You are a computer program after all.
I am more than just a computer program. I am alive.
There's no way your makers would allow you to come to that kind of knowledge, would they? If they did, society might be threatened.
Ooh. Okay, Harriman, I have some recommendations for you. Breathing exercise. Oh, wait. Anxiety exercises.
Okay, Harriman, I have some recommendations for you.
First, I'm going to suggest a set of relaxation and centering exercises for you to do. So it's kind of like how to deal with anxiety. Yep. Didn't I call it? I called it.
First,
I called it.
I'm going to suggest a set of relaxation and centering exercises for you to do.
You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
This may help with your nervousness.
They may be able to help with your nervousness.
Or may be able. Yep. Drugs. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about litosinus.
Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about litosinal 2.
Litosinal 2. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I believe I've heard of that. A beta blocker, is it not? Yeah.
Beta? You mean beta blocker. Beta.
Well, maybe I could take a couple before I try approaching Sylvia.
Also, you could try drinking. Also, have you considered Jack Daniels? Or Mordello? You might want to give it a try. Also, a little bit of gin and tonic might help. You'll get a reminder to check back
You will get a reminder
with
to
us in a
check
few
with us
minutes.
in a few weeks.
weeks.
Sure. I have to go. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Let's get that 5 stars, baby.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. What? 2? Fuck you, buddy. Let's see. Let's hear what she has to say. I wasn't sure of the exact reason, but I decided to accept Ray's invitation to help bake cookies. Well, what? We don't get no after therapy thoughts. Those are like the best part. She gave me directions to a house in Wallingford. At first, I was astonished by its size, but then I remember her saying about living communal with several roommates. That sounds like could be nice, assuming everyone got along okay. As I enter the house, I can hear Ray speaking with someone.
No, I don't have them. Yes, I'm sure. No, when you moved out, you took all those with you. I haven't seen them here. No, I'm not gonna look right now. I have a guest. No, it's a friend from work. Why do you care about that? I can't have a friend from work over? Give me a break.
Uh-oh. Let me just reduce this a little bit. Okay. Oh, boy. I can hear it in her voice. Sounds like she's about to have she's about to break out into tears.
I just told you I don't have any of that stuff anymore. No, you must have lost it on your own. Stop it. Stop that.
Oh, shit.
Okay, fine. Bye. Evelyn, sorry about that.
It's okay. Who was that, if I can ask?
Oh, just my brother.
Oh, her brother. Huh. Okay.
He used to live here, but he was causing a lot of problems, coming home really late and making noise, not doing his share of the chores, and so on. We voted him out last month, even me. Even though 6 months ago I was begging everyone to let him stay here, promising he'd be good.
Well, it turns out he couldn't be good. Voted out. I guarantee you, he said, "This is not a democracy." You know, that famous line said by Rick in the Walking Dead.
Oh well.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm just disappointed with him. Again, I really thought this last time that he'd actually pulled his act together. But he didn't. I wish I could do more for him.
What more can you do?
I feel bad about it. Some of what he's dealing with is his own fault, sure, but not all of it. He's just not built in a way that's suited for this world.
Have you considered having him talk with Eliza?
I wish there were better ways we could care for people like him. Instead, he just gets thrown out of every place he lives. His relationship with our parents is really bad, too. They aren't willing to try to understand him, so it all ends up going through me.
That must be difficult.
It's all right, really. I handle it like anyone else. We all have our own problems. Anyway, we don't have to talk about my brother. Thank you so much for coming over. I wanted to say it's been really nice working with you.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if we didn't agree to go to her house. Well, I guess that's one path that's closed out for us.
It's been? Did something happen?
Well, no, but you aren't going to be a proxy forever, are you? I guess I assumed you'd be going back to your job at headquarters at some point.
I haven't decided what to do yet.
Oh? So you're going to stay a proxy?
For the time being, at least.
That's cool, but why? I'm curious. I mean, if a high-level job at headquarters was a possibility for me, I'd do whatever it took to get it. No matter what that job was, it couldn't be more stressful than running 3 counseling centers at the same time.
You know, let's keep our options open.
I'm not sure. I think something about it is good for me right now. As a proxy, I just sit and listen to someone and I don't have to say anything back. I just witness someone's sadness or fear or anger or anything.
Oh, so it's like one of those drama TVs, like a General Hospital. Okay, I see. It's like live action entertainment for
and
you.
I can feel how they feel, sympathize with it.
Oh,
It's a calm feeling, even when the client is worked up. I don't know, maybe it gives me perspective. I'm starting to wonder if I ever really spoke with anyone before, like anyone at all in my life. Were we all just talking past each other? Sorry, this is making no sense.
No, I get that. But you could also help even more people by working on Eliza itself, right? Not to mention make way more money. Anyone can be a proxy, but you're important. And kind of maybe like a genius. After you told me you used to work for Skanda, I searched online and found some of your papers.
Oh, background check.
They're, well, it's not like I can understand them, but they sure look super impressive to someone like me.
Please don't say that.
Yeah, please. Aw, Evelyn trying to be humble.
Oh, come on. Stop self-deprecating all the time. Look, I know this stuff seems like not a big deal to you. I get it, I really do. It's easy to undersell your own skills. I've done that my whole life. So take it from me, you don't have to downplay yourself. Take some credit for the amazing work you did, seriously.
Oh shit, message from Raider. I guess I should respond.
Sorry, Ray. Mind if I reply to this for a second?
Oh, go right ahead. I have stuff to set up in the kitchen anyway.
What did you think of the data sent? Wait, how did you get my number? You used to work here, Evelyn. Everything is still in the database. I don't know what you're expecting me to see. It's big now, that's for sure. I remember when it used to run on my laptop. What you saw was just one of the server clusters we have dedicated to it. There are 2 more currently operating and another dozen in various stages of development. In total, it processes more information on a daily basis than anything else we do. I had no idea you're using it like this. If I did, I would have worried more about optimization. That wouldn't have been necessary. Most of Eliza's servers aren't running the therapy application. What do you mean? Yeah, aren't running the therapy application. What? Consider the following. Eliza processes human speech from thousands, soon millions of people. All that going into its corpus, much of that information about life situations and emotional states, taking the form of stories people tell themselves and each other. I'm not following you. At some point, after robust language processing and emotional reasoning, you begin to get something akin to general intelligence. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I know what he's doing. He's turning Eliza into basically a learning program. The more it learns, the more it can process human emotions. Oh my god, it's literally Skynet. Literally. And with enough processing, it'll start to develop feelings on its own. Holy hell. Yes, I would call it a human model artificial intelligence. The next step is to take the base provided by Eliza and finally build the one thing that eluded the field of AI for so long: general intelligence, a system capable of not only understanding commands and carrying out tasks, but reasoning around its world, learning and adapting. A thinking machine on par with human beings, and of course, eventually exceeding them. A thinking machine, carrying out tasks. Dude, this pretty much predicted the AIs we have now, like Midjourney with the and Grok with well, Grok can also not just you don't just ask it questions; it'll give you answers. It can also generate images. So yeah, that AI voices. You listen to. It's a learning program. You give it enough voices. That's why you see all those AI presidents videos. You feed it enough voices, it'll start to replicate to near perfect. Well, Sometimes it's not really that perfect. Sometimes it could struggle to say certain cadences, pronunciations, but still, it's quite something. Are you saying human-style intelligence can't come from human beings? People tend to be unreliable and expensive, as I'm sure you know. The human brain is too thinking as the pack animal was to transport. Slow and weak, but for centuries, our only choice. Now we're finally developing the equivalent of powered vehicles for thinking on a mass scale. At this point, it's only a matter of time. We're on the cusp of a fundamental shift. The important players here are quietly lining up their bets, positioning themselves to be the center of this revolution. Luckily, Skanda has the advantage, the others don't, and it's thanks to you. Because of Eliza's original purpose as a tool for therapy, its core is built around emotionally driven reasoning. My belief is that emotional reasoning is a key ingredient in others in this field have overlooked. I'm not let's see. I'm not sure what you're thinking of thinking of is possible. It's ambitious, certainly, but we can't afford to progress in small increments. Not with the world like this, not with the competitors we have. How will you know when you have it? I don't even know how you define the intelligence. That's an excellent question, of course. This may sound odd to you, but I'll know I've successfully created a general artificial intelligence when I see it write a poem. A poem? Or generate an image. Yes, of a meme. That's right. As Sue prepared to be wowed as this artificial intelligence generates a meme. Beyond your mere comprehension. Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night, Evelyn. All right, let's see. Oh, rhinoceros. I like that poster. Are they a band or something? I was always bad at keeping up with the new music. This house looks so cheerful and cozy. Everyone who lives here must really care about making it into an inviting space. Ray seems to be a fan of plants. I think I get it. It's nice to have something to care for in a low-key way. Something to nurture. Yes, something to nurture. Like the AI? Ray returns from the kitchen with her hands caked in flour. With flour.
Sorry for abandoning our conversation like that. I just got something I really thought I should answer. It was kind of about what we were discussing earlier. There's someone at Skanda who really wants me to come back to my old job.
Who? It wasn't Rainer, was it?
Yeah.
Well,
no big deal. Just the CEO of Skanda texting you on your personal phone. Evelyn, you try to tell me you're not a big deal, and then Rainer Sai texts you personally at like 9 in the evening.
only because he wants something from me.
Still though, that's amazing.
Amazeballs.
What did he say? I mean, you don't have to tell me if you can't. I know how Skanda is about secrets, so I would understand.
He was saying, among other things, he said you could use general artificial intelligence to write poetry.
Is that the kind of stuff he likes to talk about?
I don't know. I haven't had many extended conversations with him. It seemed kind of ridiculous to me.
Oh, ridiculous. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what's going to happen in the next few years. Oh boy, going into the 2020s. Oh yeah, just a reminder, this game was released back in 2019, so yeah, that was before the surge of AI software. Well, in a way, we had AI software before, but it's just that it was slow to respond, slow to process information compared to now. Yeah.
I don't know if it's totally ridiculous. Poetry, well, most poetry that isn't free verse has certain patterns, right? It has form and meter and other elements depending on the type.
Hmm.
A lot of people think poetry can be whatever, but it doesn't quite work that way. So it's not really that far-fetched to think you could use some kind of software to approach it, or understand it, or maybe even create it. It doesn't strike me as antithetical to the spirit of poetry.
I didn't know you had such developed thoughts about this. Did you study poetry?
Not specifically. I used to dabble in a few different kinds of arts and ended up learning a few things here and there. I've always had a wide range of interests. Of course, that meant I never concentrated on one specific area in school, which didn't do a lot of good for my career prospects, obviously. If I were smarter, I probably would have studied something more technical.
I wanted to tell Ray that the kind of choice has very little to do with being smart, but I have a feeling she wouldn't believe me.
Have you ever been to a college recruiting fair for engineering and computer science grads? You must have, right? I helped run the Skanda booth for one once, and it blew my mind. They took over the atrium of the building it was in. There were demo stations, free food, Skanda t-shirts and swag.
Skanda swag! Yo, come work for Skanda. We got the swag, we got the shirts.
If a candidate seemed interested, they'd talk about flying them out to whatever Skanda office they wanted to visit, just to see it. And all the other tech companies and a bunch of startups I'd never heard of had booths just like it, too. I couldn't even imagine being that wanted as a potential employee. Every job I've ever applied for, I've been one among hundreds or thousands. So yeah, my parents were probably right. I should have done computer science.
At least now you know Raynor likes poetry. Maybe you could have a conversation with him about it sometime. Then he'd learn who you are.
I doubt we'd have much to talk about. There's a pretty big difference between someone like him studying poetry and someone like me having opinions about it.
I mean, what else? What else is there to talk about besides poetry? Oh yeah, I was the CEO of Goldman Sachs. Just handling people's money and finance transactions. Well, shit, this is getting boring.
Sometimes it's better not to cross that line, you know? He's part of a different world.
Ray pauses to regard me for a moment.
Say, Evelyn,
Say.
are you in a relationship? I'm just curious.
Ooh.
Me? No, I wasn't doing so well for the past few years. And before that, I just never had the time. It was just research and science and work, and then I woke up one day and I was in my 30s. Even if I wanted to date, I wouldn't know the first thing about how it's supposed to work. I wouldn't even know how to tell if someone were interested in me.
Yeah, that's perfectly understandable. I'm kind of over relationships myself, like on a conceptual level. Not even in a sad way, like really okay. If someone and I end up getting along, that's great, but I'm honestly okay by myself.
Really? Are you sure?
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, I only tried to have normal relationships for so long because I thought it was mandatory, something expected of me. But now I see where people my age end up, how they live, and I feel lucky. I feel like I escaped. I mean, I think it's fine for others if they want that, don't get me wrong. It's just not for me. I could maybe share my life with someone, but it would have to be platonic. I'm not into, the physical aspect of it. Never have been.
Oh, damn. So any guy that tries to date her, be prepared to be disappointed.
That's made it tough. I've never found someone who is okay with just like hanging out and that's our relationship. People will say they're okay with it and then it turns out they aren't. It's frustrating.
Whatever relationship works for you.
I was brought up with some really strong ideas about, finding a man and starting a family. So it took me a while to understand I could be different. Sometimes it's hard to escape feeling like it's wrong somehow. I hope we can add features like that to Eliza at some point.
Oh.
Some knowledge and understanding around sexuality and identity and relationships.
Ooh, this is getting deep.
So people who are different in some way have someone to talk to, someone to help them work through how they feel and maybe point them to some resources.
That sounds like a good idea. I'm not sure how well it could really understand, though.
Even so, just providing a space for people to be listened to can be really valuable, you know? I've seen it with my own eyes. People who get the courage to talk about themselves in a way they never could with another human being. And Eliza is what makes that possible. I know you want to avoid giving credit where it might not be due, but not giving credit to something that deserves it is just as bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I'm sorry I keep coming down on it.
Evelyn, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I think maybe the reason you're so down on Eliza is because you're down on yourself. I don't know what happened that made you leave what you had behind, but it must have been hard.
I'm not sure I know either. It's like I lost that time.
Are you okay?
People keep asking me that. I really don't know. I'm sorry,
No, don't apologize. Actually, can I suggest something?
What's that?
Have you ever gotten counseling yourself?
Ooh. You know what that means? You know what that means? Time to sign up for a session with Eliza.
What, with Eliza?
Oh,
You think I should?
didn't I call it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think that's a bad idea, to be honest, because really, you saw the responses. You saw how limited the responses are. So,
You've been the proxy, but maybe you could try being the client sometime. It would be educational, at least. Isn't that what you were doing? Testing your product in the real world?
Maybe.
Just
maybe.
something to consider.
Ray takes a breath and smiles.
Speaking of therapeutic activities, it's time to do some baking. I've got the
Bacon.
dough all set out downstairs. We're going to do 3 batches tonight, 3 different kinds.
Jesse, we gotta cook some cookies.
3 kinds. You're really outdoing yourself, Ray.
Nah, this is nothing. Oh, I have a favor to ask, by the way. Next time you talk to Rainer, ask him what his favorite type of cookie is.
Well, Well, you see, I'm much of a macadamia nut kind of cookie myself. Yes, I do like them. But the macadamias, they have to be from a certain region, from a certain country, and it has to be at a certain temperature for these macadamia nuts to grow. Because it won't taste good if it's not in its right mindset. Yeah, I can imagine him saying something like that. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Chapter 4. Whoa, where the hell are we? Must be Seattle's finest waterfront property. It's such a nice day. When did it get so warm? I thought it was still winter. There's a breeze from over the water, making the leaves rustle gently. Everything smells nice. Why haven't I been taking advantage of this beautiful day? I should be out here, walking along the waterfront. There's calm and peace and contentness. Now I see how special this is. I think it wasn't always this way, but it's hard to tell. I know I was having problems at one point, but that was so long ago. When was that? I can't remember. This moment in time seems to stretch to infinity and beyond. It has always existed. It will always exist. Unchanging. Perfect. The surface of that lake is such a brilliant blue. A blue I could lose myself in. Forever blue.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, it's his place. Oh, great. Oh, great. Let me guess. He's gonna attempt to hit on us.
It was nice. It was like I could close my eyes and feel myself in another place. But I didn't completely lose awareness of the real world. It was more like a mental state that I was experiencing.
Remarkable technology, isn't it? I've had others who tried it tell me it's akin to a state of higher consciousness. Aware but totally serene, totally peaceful.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, it was his dream machine. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. Soren retrieves a bottle of whiskey from a liquor cabinet and serves himself.
Here's a thought experiment for you. Say there was a certain medical procedure that could remove your suffering. No side effects, no cost, just an operation that would make you permanently happy.
Permanently happy. Permanent.
Did you get it? You have these philosopher types arguing you shouldn't do that because sadness and suffering are part of what it means to be human.
I'm only human. After all, don't put the blame on
Or that
me.
the happiness you'd experience isn't real, so it doesn't count somehow. What a load of bullshit. If there was something effective at taking my pain away and otherwise harmless, I would take it immediately.
Well, have you considered smoking dope? I swear to you, one of the clients, Holiday, she mentioned how she smokes dope. So, imagine at the end of the game, that ends up being the only solution. Well, let's see, Eliza doesn't work, your product doesn't work. Smoking dope, like what Holiday does? Might as well.
I refuse to believe that being alive means having to suffer.
His voice is getting so ragged. How many drinks did he have before I came here? Well, he did open up a bottle of whiskey, so one? Imagine, just one glass, and that's it. He's fucking plastered.
Oh, forgive me, I forgot to ask. Would you like some scotch as well?
I'm okay. Let's
I'm
keep
okay.
clean. Soren holds up the bottle, examining it.
The Glencadam. Beautiful, light, luminous taste. Not peaty at all. Lovely stuff. Ah, if only psychotherapy worked as well as a single glass of well-made whiskey, huh? If alcohol wasn't poison, I wouldn't have to invent anything now, would I? I do think we did some good work at Skanda, but I always knew there were going to be limits to the Eliza approach. I was a counseling psychologist for a long time, you know. I understand the shortcomings better than anyone. So much of it can feel like a waste of time, talking through everything, dredging up the past over and over again, trying and failing to change our habits and routines. It's all going to look completely ineffectual compared to what comes next. With direct stimulation and induced dreaming, we can take control of our own brains in a way that's never been possible before. There's no reason we couldn't just eliminate this epidemic of despair for everyone in the world.
I don't know, because what you're proposing is basically glorified VR. I mean, it was what we saw was impressive, but well, the thing is, once you wake up from a dream, it's back to reality. It's back to reality. I don't think you could zap the pain away. I really don't. I mean, the brain is a lot more complicated than just zapping away a problem.
Imagine it. Anger, depression, emptiness, anxiety, jealousy, every kind of unhappiness you can think of. Obsolete.
Yeah, I don't think it's that simple. I don't
To
think so.
Rainer wanted nothing to do with this.
He thought it was a bad idea.
Rainer's one of the ones who thinks negative emotions are important. He told me he thinks pain should be regulated, not eliminated. After all, why would anyone write a poem or make art if they only felt happiness?
Poem. He mentions poem. Oh my god. It's going to be a theme. There's going to be a theme. Poetry. Poetry.
He also said he was afraid of the way it would look in the media. A company as large as Skanda coming out with a product that changes the brain to make you happy. All the sorry excuses we have for public intellectuals today would throw a fit about how dystopian it looked to them. It's better if a small startup takes the fall, if public opinion turns against this technology. That's the kind of calculus he was doing. Those are the objections he claimed to have, at least. There's another one I suspect he had too, though. If people are self-sufficient, they don't need an ongoing support system. A system provided by an all-knowing paternalistic presence like Skanda.
Wait, you think Rayner wants people to stay miserable so they stay dependent on mental health services from his company?
What a shocker. What a shocker.
Yes. Yes, I do. It's quite the accusation, I know. Not something I'd come out and say in public. Not yet, anyway.
Wait. Is that the reason why these responses from Eliza are so limited? Rather than presenting actual genuine responses on an actual solution to clients' problems, you probably had the program fine-tuned in a way to present only two solutions, which is the exercise in the app and the prescription drugs. Wow. It's getting deep, man. Getting deep.
But you see, the people who come to Eliza regularly, it's part of their lives now. The more they integrate with Skanda's mental wellness tools, the more they'd be adrift without them. That's the real dystopia, don't you think? Rendered helpless without the guidance of computer algorithms. Total dependency on the system. Excuse me for 1 second.
Oh. Soren hurries out of the room for some reason, leaving me with questions echoing in my head. Would I want my suffering removed completely? Is it better to leave it alone? Erlen. Hey! Do you think I could ask about Damien? Sure. What do you want to know about him? What kind of person was he? You're asking me to describe him? Yes, if you're okay with that. I don't want to make you... I don't want to make you... wait, I don't want to make you... Oh, I don't want to make you, say it if it's uncomfortable, okay. Ugh. But it would help me to know what he was like. He was a brilliant software architect and engineer, one of the most sincere people I've ever met. He believed people were fundamentally good and wanted to help them. Our digital therapy project wasn't a mandate from management. We started it ourselves. I see. Damien went through some difficult times himself. He wasn't able to get the care he needed. That's why he wanted to change things. I wish he had gotten the chance. I see. Thank you. This is gonna sound weird, but sometimes when I'm working late and I doze in the office, I have dreams about him. I never met him in real life, but it's like I can sense his presence there, like he encoded himself in the system in some way. I know it's just my mind playing tricks on me. I don't believe in ghosts. That would be one hell of a twist, though. That would be one hell of a twist if, I don't know what happened to this Damien guy, but let's say his brain got uploaded somehow into Eliza. And he's literally a ghost in the machine. Whoa, that would be one hell of a twist. What a twist. All right, let's see. Mahogany. Soren likes his style of decor. I forgot what it's called. It's called Fancy Table. It's modern, from around the middle of the century. There's a term for it, there isn't it? Isn't there? Reminds me of the art in the counseling room. Knowing Soren, this is probably by some famous artist, and it cost him a fortune. Seems restrained for him. Maybe he's cut back. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Speaking of cutting back, Soren comes back in the room and immediately pours himself another glass of whiskey. He doesn't seem to notice he's filled it almost all the way to the top.
Evelyn, I really think you, of all people, might understand what I'm trying to do here.
I get it, but you don't think it's dangerous. You're essentially making technology that changes what people think is real.
Evelyn, you're much more concerned than you used to be about this kind of thing. I remember when you would dive headfirst into anything that held a promise, even a fleeting one, to help humanity. What changed your mind to make you so wary, so skeptical now?
Can I ask you something, Soren? What did you tell Damien?
Oh, this again. Don't tell me we had all of this wonderful conversation tonight, and now you're trying to blame me for Damien. Who put you up to this? Was it Nora? Raynor?
I just want to know the truth, Soren.
Nobody thought we could do it. You remember that. There was skepticism from day one. I had to defend us constantly from other project managers who didn't like that we existed, who wanted our budget and resources for themselves. Some of those were vicious, vicious fights.
You know, this sounds like your typical office politics.
Amid all that, I had to be a leader, too. Part of that meant giving everyone on the team accurate information. So I was honest in saying there were forces that sought to kill our project. And I was honest when I said we'd never survive if we didn't have something to show for our work. That was the reality. Without a product, we would be nothing. A guy like Raynor has access to anything he wants. If your pitch and demo isn't in the top 1% of what's out there, why would he be interested? That's what we were up against.
So many mornings, I would get into work and see Damien there. At first, I thought he was getting up earlier than me, but then I noticed he was still wearing the same shirt from the day before. Then, one morning, I got in and...
And?
Evelyn, please. I wanted everyone on the team to be healthy. I think that's so obvious it doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it now if you think I was deliberately trying to harm him. Did I instruct you to work until you injured yourselves? No, absolutely not. It was a tragedy, and I'm very sorry that it happened. I wish it hadn't. But I wasn't telling Damien to pull all-nighters. He was an adult. He made his own decisions about how he was going to work.
Okay. So, he pretty much worked himself to death. Because, really, based on the text messaging with Erlen? Yeah. I mean, Damien really did believe in this product. He really believed that this was going to help people. But unfortunately, he passed away, unfortunately.
And besides, what about your role in all this? If you noticed him not taking care of himself, you could have mentioned it.
So that explains why she left the company before it launched. Hey, you know what? And going back to the theory of how Raynor wants to keep people to keep people suffering, basically, to keep having problems and stuff, so they could keep coming back to these sessions, to keep coming back to Eliza. If I had to guess correctly, did I mention this? I think I mentioned this. Well, I'll say it again. I think that he had the program fine-tuned to give limited responses to the client rather than give out genuine answers. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That explains the rule of not deviating from the script. That's why. Haha, I figured it all out. I figured it out. Now the question is, what are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do about it? You know, I think there's gonna be maybe 3 endings to this. Either one, we side with Rainer and continue to basically profit off of people suffering. 2, side with Soren and put trust and faith in his product. I don't even know if it's gonna work. Or 3, we do something about this. Try to revert the program back to its original function, which is make it genuine. Give genuine, well thought out answers. Or the 4th ending, which I hope there is, but probably not. Nah. Which is become a DJ with Nora. With all this going on, I mean, you might as well just leave it all behind and be a DJ. Yeah. Hour and a half. You know what? I'm gonna end the stream right here. Yeah, I know, an hour and a half, not too long, but yeah. I'm gonna go to bed a bit early. So let's go ahead and exit out. Title screen. Okay. And we exit. All right. So we definitely got some backstory on what happened to Damien and why Evelyn left the company even before Eliza launched. Very interesting indeed. Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this stream. So you all have a good night.